I have a simple question for you. How many hats do you wear in your business? There is the CEO hat. We'll say this is the CEO hat. There is the CFO hat. There is the sales and marketing hat. And there's the financing bookkeeping hat. I'll keep this one on. Do you wear one, or do you try to wear each one of those hats in your business? Let's take a look at some real life examples of people delegating responsibility, which is an integral part of success in business. If we look at two former presidents, President Carter and President Reagan, and I stress there's no political motivation in this, it's simply examining how each did their jobs. President Carter was known for micromanaging, in large part, what everyone who worked for him did. He was often ridiculed and is often ridiculed as one of the least effective presidents that we have had. The story goes it even went so far that he scheduled times on the White House tennis court. Now, if we looked at President Reagan, he was known as a very effective delegator. He delegated responsibility to the people who worked for him. His theory was to find competent people, put them in a position, get out of the way, and let them do their jobs. So how does this concept relate to you and your job? Think about this. We're going to pause for a second and come back to part 2 of the video. Welcome back. The next thing we're going to look at and evaluate is a principle known as modeling. Modeling is when one looks at what the most successful people are doing, someone who you would like to become like them, and recreating their efforts to become successful like they were. Tony Robbins, who is arguably one of the most successful trainers in the entire world, simply says the following: find out what successful people are doing, then just do it. In other words, follow the yellow brick road. Henry Ford, who was the founder of Ford Motor Company, is often credited as the founder of the assembly line. Now, what he did was, instead of having one person assemble an entire automobile, which is what happened prior to this, he divided the automobile into manageable parts and had each person specialize in an individual part, making assembling the automobile much more effective. Now, these people and many others use this concept of modeling to become very successful in their life and in their business. But again, we're talking about them, not talking about you. What does this have to do with your business? Again, take another moment to reflect on this and join me for the third part of the video in a moment. Again, welcome back. Let me ask you another question. Is your relationship with family or friends suffering due to your current workload? If that's the case, get some help. Embrace a new future. This is your time to change. Look for a better way. Look to the big picture. You're here at this moment for a reason. You decided to watch this video for a specific reason. In the Bible, in the book of Esther, there's a situation where Queen Esther wants to go to talk to the king. And in that position, if you weren't invited, you could actually be put to death for this. And she was hesitating doing this. And it was very important why she wanted to go and see him. Her uncle Mordecai said to her, "Who knows but that you've not been placed in this position for such a time as this." Now, you may be here for such a time as this. So consider whether this is your time and if you want to make a change. Now, how do you evaluate a new business strategy? How do you determine if it's right or if it's wrong? A notable sales trainer once said, how you do that is simply to try something new. If it's working, keep doing it. If it's not, change it. Keep doing this until you find the magic formula for your business. The definition of insanity, or one definition at least of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Now, if you find yourself struggling near burnout, is your daily grind starting to wear on you every day, trying to do it all yourself and in areas that aren't your area of expertise, then seek another way. Look to the big picture. Don't get lost in the details. The answer to liberating you from your grind, at least in the area of bookkeeping, which is something you may be doing that is taking a lot of your time. There's a better way for this. Take advantage of our MPM Bookkeeping's free no obligation offer to set up a time simply to talk to us and see if it makes sense. It's in the write-up of the course. There's a link, a calendar link. Simply click that, takes you to our calendar. Pick a time that's convenient for you. We'll then set up a time where we can simply talk about what is best for you. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you on the other side.